again, go to Mr. Ng's website or to his YouTube channel. He will teach you to learn to love math again. Mr. Ng, the #1 math teacher in the whole world.
So this problem, I know it's quadratic because it has the highest power of 2. They're asking me to graph it. I'm not going to try to solve or graph the x-intercepts by algebraic. It probably wouldn't be really fun because they're decimals. You see that? So let's go ahead and put this in our calculator. On. I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to clear out what's in there. I'm going to type in 0.86 x squared plus 16.69 x plus 80.9. Class, what buttons do we press next? Zoom or graph? Everyone say zoom. What normal button do we normally press? Okay. What that tells you basically is your graph is a minimum -10 on the x-axis to a +10 and a -10 to a +10. So let's press 6. Uh-oh. Class, what type of function do we have? Quadratic. Quadratics form parabolas. Class, do we have a parabola U? Ah, we have to change the window. Okay? Now, here is the lazy person, and this is why it doesn't really help. If you press zoom and you use the in and outs, it doesn't help because all those zoom ins and outs, all it does is it focuses on the origin. Do you think it would help for us to keep going in right there towards the origin? No. I want to move over here. So let's think about this. This is my x maximum, and I don't really need 10, I don't even need 5, I don't even need 0. I'll probably go up to even -2. And my x minimum, everyone say x minimum? Those are the negative numbers, right? I'm probably going to have to increase it, maybe like -14. So press window. Let's go to -14. All right, pay attention here. Do not press the fraction, that's subtraction. Press negative, down here. -14. Max, what did we say? -3? -2? Press graph. Better. Yes? Now I can actually see it's a parabola, but here's the harder question. I'm not sure how many zeros it has. I'm not sure if it only has one x-intercept or 2. What do you think we can do? Let's change the y values. See if that helps us. Let's go to -5 and +5. Ready? Let's go on. Is that better? Let's move in more. Let's get rid of this x maximum. Let's change it. What do you think you're going to change it to? -4, someone said? Let's see. Now what do you guys want to do? Let's try this one, -10. Graph. Oh! Went the wrong way. -12. Try -6. -12, -6. It looks like it only touches the graph how many times? Once or twice. Okay, so now we can actually use the calculator. It has the power to actually figure that out for us. So we've done this before, I think. Second, trace. Class, what buttons? Second, trace. And we want to calculate where it touches the x-axis. Which one of these is that? 0, number 2. Okay, so it says left bound. Now if you're confused about left bound, I want to start on that side because I think it might cross twice. Raise your hand if you think it crosses twice. Raise your hand once. Okay, let's figure it out. So I think it's going to cross twice. And how do you know about this left bound? So where my finger is where I think the graph touches the x-axis. And where I put the white pencil is where it says left bound, you want the left side of the pencil. Press enter. And then go to a little bit to the right of the white pencil, where I think it's touching. And then when it says guess, you're going to go exactly where you think the best, where it touches the x-axis. You can also look at the order pairs that it gives you. And it says what? -10, 0. So -10, comma 0 is an x-intercept. So I wrote that down. X-intercept, -10. Let's find the other x-intercept and see if it has one. Class, what buttons do I press? Second, trace. Now what? Number 2. Again, I think on this other side it kind of touches right there, right? So I'm already on the left of the pencil, so I press enter. I'm going to go to the right of the pencil. Press enter. And then do exact. We got it. Let's write that down. -9.41, comma 0. So let's review what happened here. In this problem, I wanted to show you not seeing the hidden behavior. The hidden behavior originally was, it just looked like one side of the parabola, right? And then you're like, it looks like it's just touching once. We can use the calculator to actually calculate the two x-intercepts. So this problem actually goes through the x-axis twice. So the big idea is to change the window.
Okay. Question here. What will these numbers be? Now you could keep going. I have 0, 7. And I'm just going to tell you some numbers. -1, so this will become -1, comma 3. And then if you did -2, you'll get -2, comma -3. And if you did 4, you'll get 4, comma 3. And if you did 5, you will get 5, -3. Okay? Now, let me show you how to do that with a graphing calculator to get those table values. You go to your calculator, press y equals in the top left. Okay, negative is next to the decimal, not a subtraction sign. My trick is xx, which is right next to alpha, plus 3 times x plus 7. Okay, now I'm going to do something called table set. So you're going to press second table. And I want you to be on auto. And you can start at -5, sure, and change in the table you want it to go by ones. So you can just scroll down, press 1, okay? So go to table now, which is above the up key. Whoa, 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 what is this? What is this? It has all the answers. It's telling me all the answers. Okay, how is this important for us? Okay, so we don't see any y values that are 0, but I do see ones that are between 3 and -3. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so what they're trying to say is, here is my answer. Let's see. Okay, between these purples is, let's just say you had something like 4.1 comma 0. It's between a positive and negative value of the y's. Let's say that again. My answer has to be between, let's write that, x is between 4 and 5. Okay, and the other one x-intercept is between x equals -1 and x equals -2. And I can even tell you what that exact answer is using my graphing calculator. So press graph. Play around with it if you want. Okay, so watch that. Do you see it? I saw decimals. Did you guys see decimals? Ah, yeah, decimals. Do you see that? This, as I go here, is between -1 and -2 on the x-axis. It's exactly -1.54. So I knew that it was between -1 and -2. Look over here. This number is between 4 and 5. Okay, so when y equals 0, that's an x-intercept.
I love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you?
Alright, so we're going to solve this graphically. Solving basically means what does x equal? Now this is something to the third power. It doesn't look factorable because you see a bunch of decimals, right? So let's go ahead and put it into our calculators. X cubed minus 1.1 x squared minus 65.4x plus 229.5 and then I'm going to press zoom 6. What the zoom does is it resets what I had previously, and when I put it to 6, it's telling me I want a -10 to 10 and a -10 to 10. If you see 3 little dots moving in the top right corner, that means it's thinking. Zoom 6. Do you see my 3 little dots moving in the top right corner? And this is my graph. Class, can we see the whole graph?
No.
No, we can't see the whole graph. So what we're going to have to do is, this is the harder part for students, is changing the window. Now, it would be foolish to zoom out, because zooming out focuses on just the origin. If you keep zooming out, it may not be an accurate picture. Okay? So we have a roller coaster here, a polynomial, and we don't know what it looks like. So if we press window, let's change your y minimum to -500 and your y maximum to 500. And the y scale is, what do you want every tick mark to be? Let's just say 100. Go ahead and press graph. Ooh, looks nice now, right? Now we can actually see kind of like a picture of our window. Class, what's the highest degree? The highest power is 3. This tells you the maximum number of x-intercepts. Class, what does this tell you? It doesn't tell you the total, because sometimes we don't have 3, but we can count. Ready, set, go.
1.
Okay, we think it's 2, right? But remember, in today's lesson, this is called not seeing the hidden behavior. Originally, we couldn't see the whole roller coaster, and now I kind of want to zoom in this section. So let's change the window. 4.95, 5.15. And then you'll change this one to negative 0.1 and to 0.1. Count by 1. Press graph. What we did there is we zoomed in the bottom right of the graph, and we kind of saw, now we thought it was only touching the x-axis once. It's actually touching the x-axis how many times? Twice. Let's go ahead and calculate the x-intercepts. Second, calculate 0. This one says I'm going over here because I'm already left at this point. Left bound, right bound, exact, and it tells me one of my zeros is 5.1 comma 0, so I'm going to write that down. I'm going to do it again. Class, what's the calculator command? Second, trace. Whoops. Second, trace. Which one? There you go. All the way over there. Running through the quad. Running. Before the bell rings. Before they close the door. Run back to your next class. Oh, go to the next class. Five exactly, so 5 comma 0. And I should have kept at the old window. Gotta go back. You can say there I'm gonna go back to the old window. Negative 10, 10. 1, negative 500, 500, and count by 100s. So what we just did is we just found the 2 x-intercepts over here, although it just looks like 1. And then I'm going to go way over here. Going down the roller coaster. Whee! And the other one is negative 9. Sketch the graph. Negative 9, 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Labeling it, it's called an x-intercept. 5, 0. Next intercept. And it's really hard to see, right? To be able to show 5.1. It's like right next to it. And you can also tell its scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 500, counting by 100s. And then our graph looked, just sketching that. That one's like 200. And it goes see there. And our graph looks like something like this. So here's the big idea. When I give you a function, put it into your calculator, just think about your original graph. The original one just had like a straight line and then kind of bumped, and then you're going to have to change the windows so we can see everything.
I love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you?
And press, if you want to see a table, press table. And we're looking for numbers that change between negative and positive, where the numbers change between negative and positive. I'm going to take a picture of that. And you're going to see the answer here. When we graph it, where does it cross between the x values? It's between -1 and -2, and between -4 and -5.
Missing formulas in life? Problems becoming too difficult to clear? Well then, you need Mr. Math Cleaning Solution. Just spray the liquid formula onto the mess, then wipe it clear, and enjoy the result. Mr. Math. Stay clean and calculated. Order now at www.gpproductions.com and get an additional